Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. MersLess Vaughn here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls video. And in this one we're going to be doing a showcase of the new Swimsuit Noel from the Burn the Witch banner. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you are new to the channel, you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 550 subscribers. And if you would like to further support me and the channel, you can become a channel member, and you know that is entirely up to you. Now with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so as you can see, this Noel is a speed no affiliation killer plus unit. This will be a bare minimum showcase, just 1 out of 5 to send this at level 10, and then the links will be at T20. I just say that's the bare minimum because, I mean, it's just really easy nowadays just to get resources needed to power up your characters just to the base of, I think, level 10 Transcendence and then T20 Links. So I'm just calling that the bare minimum here, and that's what this showcase is going to be, just to see how well she does without any dupes and stuff. So now with all of that said, as you can see here, she does have an EX heal, which gives her damage to drained enemies 25%. So spoiler alert, she has drained on her attacks. So the damage to drained enemies EX heal will be increasing depending on how many dupes of this unit you have. At level 1 it'd be 25, level 2 30, 34, 38, then what being 5 out of 5, the max damage you can get is 40%. Her soul trait and strong attack recharge time minus 14%. She's a paralysis unit, or excuse me, she is a ranged unit with drained plus on all of her attacks. Innate skills: Sprinter, Havoc, Sharpshooter. The rest of her skills: freeze resistance 200%. She gets Frenzy plus 2 base, plus 3 in Guild Quest. So she is going to be a very heavy Guild Quest unit here. Team/party, increase no affiliation strong attack damage 20%, bombardment, defibrillator 2 seconds, increase status summon chance against no affiliation enemies, increase range damage 10%, 30 in Guild Quest, damage to drain enemies 40%, weaken defense, poise break, increase kill effect 30%, 50 in Guild Quest, status summon spiritual pressure boost. So yeah, I mean, as you saw from the frenzy plus 3 in Guild Quest, this is going to be a Guild Quest orientated unit, so she's going to shine more effectively there than outside of it. And so while we're here looking at the skills, we're just going to take a look at some of the attribute power bonuses that are affecting her skills actually. First up, wait a second, hold on, she doesn't have Berserker. What are we doing here? I've went over this unit 3 times and this is my 3rd time going over this unit, and I'm just now realizing she doesn't have a Berserker. I don't like that. Why are we not giving units a Berserker? Anyways, I got sidetracked. Freeze resistance is at 200%, which is the base. With the attribute power-ups, I'm getting an extra 10%. Let's see here. Damage to drained enemies. Nope, I don't have a power-up attribute for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just getting increased freeze resistance right here from the attribute power-ups. Now, from the extra stats that I'm getting from the attribute power-ups, we can take a look at that right here. So I can get my characters level 409. I'm going to be getting an extra 300 focus and an extra 315 SP. My max link slot levels are level 22. My max ascendant slot levels are 13. But like I mentioned, this will just be a bare bones, bare minimum showcase. Now, as for the build, I'm going to use the Kamari Fortification Pill in the Gold Yuki Dispenser at 5-star plus there. And then for the character links, I'm actually going to use the 10th anniversary Rukia just so I can get her strong attack reduction and her EX inheritance skill here, which is status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 35%, which is very helpful. And then just some strong attack reductions for stamina damage boost links for the last 2. And the bonus abilities will be full stamina damage boost and E plus 200 SP. And so, now that we pretty much talked long enough, let's go ahead and jump into some event to see what this unit can do. Alright, so here we are in a solo inheritance trial. There are Quincy enemies in here, and she will not have killer, unfortunately. Now, since she is also immune to the free status element and not the paralysis status element, we have to watch out for the status element that is on the ground. So, as for her nat string, here it is. Nothing too crazy, really. Since this is an SP unit, but I guess it is nice how she shoots a dolphin at the end, and I accidentally hit those ads there. Alright, so for her SA1, I'll put the details of the strong attack somewhere on screen. Here's the SA2. Then here is the SA3. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, since this is mainly a guild quest unit, most of our skills are not taking into effect here. Another skill that's not really taking into effect is the increased status element chance against no affiliation enemies. So we are proccing that a lot less than we would be if we were going up against no affiliation enemies. And our damage would be a lot more if we were going up against no affiliation enemies because of the Killer Plus, which is a very great skill to have. I was hesitant to call it a skill there, but it's just kind of like a killer, so I don't know what the correct terminology for it is. I mean, is it technically a skill? But I have no idea. I guess I'll just probably call it a killer. But yeah, this is going to be a very good unit drain. Plus, I mean, you won't have any problems staying at full stem as long as you're, you know, just using your strong attacks. So it will be very easy to keep this character's full stem up a lot. And we'll go ahead and play her soul bomb animation. Yeah, unfortunately there is really no other content that I can take her in at the moment. What I'm gonna do is, like I did probably for like the 10th anniversary, Ichigo, Rukia, and I'm pretty sure I did it with the Joshiro. Can't remember if I did it with the Renji or not. But anyways, what I did was I basically did their initial showcase, and then I did a separate video of them just seeing how well they're going to be doing inside Nightmare Difficulty Guild Quest. So when her Guild Quest is up, we'll do some Nightmare Difficulty runs. Probably pretty much just 1 out of 5 T20. Yeah. What I also do, I actually do have some dupes of these units, so I'm probably just going to I'm not going to put their dupes into them, not yet anyways, because if I do, it will increase their EX skills, and there isn't really a way to, you know, just get those back down to level 1. Usually what I do is I just do a showcase, then put the dupes in them, because you can take the dupes out of the Transcendent slot, and then when you put them back in, they'll already be maxed out, but you can't do that with EX skills. I don't know if that's something they'll do in the future, but probably not. So yeah, I'll just hold on to the dupes I have until then. Alright, so we're going to do a couple more runs here. This time I brought the 7th anniversary Uryu because he increases speed attribute character strong attack damage by 20%. So our strong attacks are going to be doing 20% more damage. Now usually I will also add a character that increases our movement speed by 30%, but at the time of this recording there currently is no unit that increases speed attribute character's movement speed by 30%. But I'm sure we're going to get one eventually in the future, whenever that will be. All the other attributes have one except for the speed attribute. I just find that weird. So yeah, there is another character that does it, the Akin, the speed Akin. He does it, and he also is a super link slot potion unit as well. So if you're taking this character into co-op content, which you probably really shouldn't be, since you mostly is going to be good in Guild Quest, but for whatever reason you do, you are more than likely going to see that Akin there, and maybe even this Uryu. So yeah, they both do the same thing, which is increases our strong attack damage. Alright, so overall, I think this character will be a nice addition to the range, no affiliation week in Guild Quest, especially even now, because with the new introduction of the status plus, all units with the 200% resistances are just going to be great, because we only have a handful of characters that have that, mostly being the 10th anniversary characters, really. So yes, I mean, since this is still, I guess we're still technically in the 10th anniversary, because this actually is a 10th anniversary special banner, that's what it says. So we're yeah, we'll see what characters are going to be getting the 200 resistances. Mid-month characters, they might give it to some just to try to get some of your orbs, but I wouldn't recommend something on mid-month characters. I mean, if they do, I mean, then that's even better, because there will be some 200% resistance characters in the premium pool. We can just get those from the BBS tickets, but they'll probably hold them out for like end of month characters only for right now. But yeah, over time we're just going to get more and more characters that are going to be better for the new Nightmare difficulty guild quest.
さて、よし、なかなかうまくできました。
Alright, so that's pretty much it for this showcase as of right now. When the range, no affiliation guild quest pops up, we'll take this unit in there and see how well she does. So until then, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.